So in the process of figuring out what's the best gear I should be using for tier 3, I've been compiling some quick reference sheets. I've done armor and weapons, along with those weapon material bonuses. And so now I want to look at accessories. There's a bunch of new ones. You may be also wondering, do they directly replace the Nebula accessories you may have upgraded in tier 2? So to answer that, let's have a look at them. This is all 8 necklaces we can get and where they drop. You have Abyss Dungeons, which is going to be like your Temple of Truth, Barkent Estate, or Crimson Mansion. Then you have ones from Co-op Dungeons. You'll find them from the epic ones here, just as drops. You have some from field bosses and arch bosses, and that's just going to be like Queen Valandier, Cordy, and the new Ascended Tier 1 field bosses can also drop some of these accessories. And then we have Nebula. You go to the Lawless Wilds, you spend time there farming enemies, you get pouches and currency to buy chests, and it's ultimately a very slim chance you get what you want. And so what this does is it helps to see which are going to be the most accessible. Always Co-op Dungeon ones and Abyss Dungeon ones have pretty decent drop rates and will be a lot cheaper to obtain. You can of course purchase the lithograph of them and then go and craft them here. So what I do to figure out which one I want to go for is mark them off. So if I'm a PvE damage dealer, I'm mainly looking for dexterity, wisdom, perception, and then things like cooldown, attack speed, maybe even some heavy attack or crit. So this is a straight up no. Same for this one. It's got wasted stats of evasion and endurance. This is an option. This would be no. This is alright. That's pretty good. This one maybe if I'm a melee damage dealer, and this one if I'm a magic damage dealer. Then I need to go back, look at some of the attributes. Are they all okay? This one has 5 strength. It could be better. This one has range. I may not need that, but just beware it does have dexterity, so I might not need that as well. This is from an arch boss, not really accessible, and this is from Nebula, also not really accessible. So what we're left with is this one right here, the Collar of the New Moon. That's the necklace I would go with. Now, I'm in no rush to upgrade to it because I currently have the Deep Demonic Gorgot, which has 9 attribute points, some crit and mana cost efficiency, so this one wouldn't exactly be a major improvement. So let's move on to bracelets. Again, separated in all those different drop locations, and again, looking at them as a PvE damage dealer, this would be a clear no, no. Again, wasted stats like evasion, endurance. This is a pretty good option. This one too, although bonus damage for the most part, kind of wasted. This has wasted endurance. This looks pretty good. This would be an option too. And this one's okay. But kind of wasted bonus damage. We don't really need that. I'm going to cross it off. Same with that other previous bonus damage, as we have quite a few good options here. And then if we look at where they're dropping from, Nebula, field bosses. So I would instantly cross off Nebula. I'm not going to rely on that. Field bosses. Very tempted to wait for this one. 15 attributes. The alternative is 12 attributes but with bonus cooldown. And this is from a co-op dungeon. So I'm very tempted with that. And yeah, this is what I would go with. The Volcanic Glass Bracelet. A very good improvement from my current bracelet. Now we'll have a look at the rings. There are a whopping 14 new ones. Just be aware 4 of them here are from the Battlegrounds merchant and you mainly just want to get them for PvP. So we need to pick 2 of them and I'm going to go at this as a PvE damage dealer. So again, we'll cross off the ones that don't exactly give us great stats. Hit chance could be better, same here. Bonus damage and range, again I wouldn't go with that. Same with the endurance from this. This has got range, but the other stats are pretty good, so I'll mark it as an option. Not this one with its strength or endurance. This is definitely an option. This one not with the damage reduction and heavy attack damage reduction. This is an option and this is an option. And we'll simply mark off all the PvP rings. So we're left with 4 options and 2 to choose from. Unfortunately though, all of them are not very accessible. If I were to take 2 that were accessible, I'd have to go back and uncheck off some of these. So what would it be? I would take these 2 from the co-op dungeons, as they will give us the best attributes. But again, not perfect. You might even just be better off with the tier 2 ring, and I wouldn't switch to them from my current Celestial Light ring and Band of Ancestors Blood, as these are just a bit better and they give me the bonus attack speed. However, we can afford to be patient, mainly because I'm, on my build, going to go with the Legendary ring to replace the Band of Ancestors Blood. So I only need to take 1 of these new rings. Which one would that be? Well, I think I can wait for the Band of Brutal Agony, as this is from Nebula and so are these other 2. Although I don't really have much hope that I'll get those to drop anytime soon. This Band of Brutal Agony, I was actually looking at the prices on EU, it's not that bad, but it has the dexterity and perception that I need, along with extra attack speed and the new heavy attack damage stat. Super good ring right there, and I'm totally going to be upgrading to it as soon as I can get a reasonable price. Like under 1,000 loosened, I'd totally pay for it, and that would replace my Ring of Celestial Light, and I will replace my Band of Ancestors Blood with the Legendary ring. But now we're going to look at belts. Another 8 of them. If I go at this looking just for PvE damage dealers, I'd definitely not take this one. This is definitely an option. So is this one, although it has wasted hit chance. The Twisting Fate belt from Abyss Dungeon, super good stats there. Not ideal this one, nor this one, or this one, and this is definitely an option. It's got 16 attributes. However, from arch bosses. I will go back here. This has hit chance, so we have a better option than it, so we can unmark that. Now this is from Nebula, so let's cross that off, and this is from arch boss. That's gone too. We're left with just the belt of Twisting Fate, and it's honestly a super good option. Wisdom Perception ticks off those attribute boxes. Cooldown speed and critical hit chance, also really good damage dealer stats. And very accessible from Abyss Dungeons. This is absolutely the belt I'll be switching to replace my current Hero's belt. So finally, we'll look at earrings. Another 8 different ones. In terms of PvE damage, I wouldn't really go for this one, nor this one, because it has front traits rather than back. You want back heavy attack, back crit, again as a PvE damage dealer. This also has the issue front traits. This is an option with Dex, Wisdom. This one's also pretty good. I would not go with this one. Again, front traits. And this has got Strength, so not really ideal. And this one too, along with front traits. So you end up just left with these 2. And yeah, this one's from Abyss Dungeon, and it's absolutely one I'll be switching to. Teardrop of Fortunate Omens. Because it has that 12 attribute points, versus right now we have one with just 7 from co-op dungeons. And I actually need more perception than I need as the wisdom. So yep, this is absolutely best for me. So that's ultimately it for the accessories. Last thing to point out would be, yeah, the difference from the tier 2 upgraded Nebula variants, where you had those set bonuses, particularly the enchanted set, as this was generally one a lot of people I think went for, as it gives the extra skill damage boost and max health. If I look in my quest log and you see like my min-max builds with the new accessories, here we have that enchanted set with the Deep Gorgot, Bracelet of Fractured Worlds, the Ring of Divine Instruction, and then these earrings. If you already have that set up, they have quite a lot of attributes and very, very good stats. I honestly wouldn't bother switching off them. You're getting that extra hit points, you're getting the extra attributes, and the skill damage boost, and in total those 4 pieces are going to result in near enough the same that you will get from the new tier 3 accessories, and I don't see it worth upgrading to these unless you're going for some particular niche build that a tier 3 accessory has versus those tier 2 ones. So I will say it's still pretty advantageous to have had that set, and I don't think for a lot of you it was a real waste to have had upgraded them. In a lot of cases they're still very competitive, unless you upgraded it outside of a set, like you simply upgraded it for the sake of it and not to get this 4 out of 4 set, then yeah, I think maybe as a standalone piece, there's generally better tier 3 options than them. Feels a bit off because we only just got them and then tier 3 drops so soon after. Just be careful on how much Lucent you spend on things and how much time you spend investing. Always be prepared that something new and better is going to come at some point, and it could just be a few weeks away. So overall, hope this helps. Thanks all for watching, and another special thank you to all my channel members for your extra support. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.